today's topic is sine law and cosine law, that or sine rule or cosine rule, and why we use them. This I am going to teach you today. So students, first of all, again, let's talk about the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle, you know that in this a triangle is always consisting of three sides, three angles, and if any one of the side is not given in right angle triangle, we have two ways to find. We can either use Pythagoras theorem, or we can use a ratio if one of the acute angle is given. So there we can use these two things which we have already learned, or which we already know. And how there are also angles given. So one angle is of 90 degree, and the other two angles, if one of them is unknown, so then again we can use those ratios to find out the unknown angle. Like I give you the example. For example, here I have marked the question mark here. So, and if you want to find out angle C, so you know that like I have taken all these three sides. A, this is vertex A, opposite to it is, this is very important, students, you have to understand this, that if the vertex and vertex is A, its opposite side is always denoted by vertex is given in uppercase, and its opposite side is given with the same letter in lowercase. So B, small b, C, opposite to it is small c. So our objective is that we are going to find out the angle C. Suppose if I use sine ratio, like sine of angle C, then you know sine is perpendicular over hypotenuse. So this was the angle opposite to it. C is perpendicular small c, and B you know is hypotenuse, and C we want to find out. Then we can write C, and sine will go on other side, and it will become sine inverse B over C, and you all know about it. But this is restricted to right angle triangle only. But now if the triangle is not right angle, and we still want to find out any unknown side or any unknown angle, then there is a rule which is called sine rule, and this rule is going to help us in finding that. And try to memorize this rule. It's very easy to memorize. Now first of all, you have to just simply write the names of the sides. This is vertex A. I wish you to quickly write down the letters in these blank spaces. Please quickly write down the letters. So I hope so that you have done it. So here you will write obviously small a, because it is capital A, small a. B, opposite to it is small b, and C, opposite to it is small c. So sine rule is basically a ratio. For example, if this angle is given, okay, we talk it about it later. First of all, I want to tell you that what is sine rule. This is angle A. This is angle A. Obviously, this is sine rule, so we will use sine with A. So we will use sine ratio, sine angle A over. This is ratio, so over what we are supposed to write down, opposite side, that is small a. I hope so you can easily understand it. Angle was given here, so sine A over A. If I write sine B, which side you will write here? Fill it by yourself. And if I have side C, so what will I write here as numerator? So quickly fill it. So I hope so that you have done it. So it is, obviously you will write here B, and here you will write down in numerator sine of angle C. Or it can be written as, you can take reciprocal of all. So you will write down A over sine A is equal to B over sine B equals to C over sine C. So students, this is basically called sine law or sine ratio. Now I give you one example. For example, if there is a triangle given, P, Q, R, and here the angle you know that is P, here the angle is Q, here the angle is R. P opposite side will be called or will be denoted by small p. Q opposite side is small q, and R opposite side is small r. Now suppose you are going to find out this angle, and this angle or this angle is given. Suppose this angle is given. You will write down this, you are supposed to find out. So you will write down obviously sine of this angle P, which is unknown, which you are supposed to find out, over I will write P, Q or R. Yes, you will definitely write say P is equal to. Now look, this angle is given, not this. So this you will take as sine Q, opposite to it is this Q. So you will use two ratios with equal sign with them between them, and now your objective is that you are supposed to find out this P, which is the angle. Now first here you are going to just use algebra. You will take P and you will take it on the side, and it will become P sine Q over Q. So it is sine P. Your objective is that you are supposed to find out this P. So you will take this sine on the other side, and it will become same. It will become in ratios when you change the position of any ratio and take it on the other side. You write always inverse. So it will become sine inverse, and this whole will be written in the bracket P sine Q over Q. Now here you are going to use your calculator and you will get the value of this angle P. In the same way, you can find out the value of angle Q. You can find out the angle R, or even if any side is not given, so this sine rule is going to help you to find that side. Just you have to change the sides, and just algebraically you have to solve, and you will get the answer. So now we are going to discuss about cosine rule. Again, the same problem we will be dealing with, like to find any unknown angle or any unknown side. So there is another rule which is called cosine rule, which helps us in finding any unknown angle or any unknown side. So how to memorize it, that is very important thing. So here this order matters. PQR. If I have a triangle PQR, then how will I write this formula? This is very technical thing and you have to learn it. So this is vertex P, opposite side will be called small p. Vertex R, opposite side will be called small r. Vertex Q, opposite side will be small q. Now with cos, I have used this vertex P, angle P. Okay, so P is used, angle P is used. Which two are left? Q and R. So here if I have used P, then this is, this is equal sign. It is its right side, it is its left side. So on left side I will write down P squared. So angle is P, side is P squared. Now this I wish you to write cos vertex Q. Which side will be written here? And if I have cos angle R, which side will be written here? So I hope so that you have written here, you have filled, here you will write q squared and here you will write obviously r squared. Now we have here blanks plus here and minus sine minus 2 and now here which vertices are left? Q and R, opposite sides are Q, opposite side is R, so you can write down P Q squared R squared and Q R and cos of P. So listen carefully, this angle which was given at P, its opposite side will be written on left hand side and other sides will be written on like this on right hand side, and this is the form of formula. So I wish you now to fill these blanks by yourself. Similarly, square upon it, don't forget it, there is square upon it. So quickly fill. I hope so that you have done. Obviously it is Q is gone, so which two vertices are left? P and R. So here you will write P, here you will write R, so this is P and this is small p small r. In the same way it is r squared, so P was left, Q squared and this is 2, so it will be P, Q and cos of angle R. So this is the way to memorize this formula. Now here if you are supposed to find out the side P, I have put question mark here, you are supposed to find out side P, so you will take square root on both sides, square root on both sides, simple thing, and this square will cut this square root and we will be left with only P, and these values and all these values you will use by the help of calculator. You can easily find out the answer of this. So what you will get? You will get the value of the side P. Now if you are asked to find out this angle P, if you are asked to find this angle P and you are given this side, you are asked to find angle P and you are given this side, so obviously this formula you will use because you are supposed to find out angle P. So you will shift all these things on other side, so it P squared is already here, minus Q square minus Q minus R squared is equal to minus 2QR cos of P. So now shift these and it will become cos of P is equal to P squared minus Q squared minus R squared over minus 2QR. Now simply if you solve it in this way you will get the correct answer, or if you want to just get rid of this minus sign, it can be written as Q square plus R square. Obviously it will multiply with the negative signs, will make them positive, and this was positive, it will become, this was positive, it will become negative, minus P square over 2QR, and you are supposed to find out angle P. Just you have to shift this cos on other side, so this was angle P equals to cos inverse and Q square plus R square minus P square over 2QR, and in this way you will get the value of angle P. So you will get the value of angle P. So this is the way that how we can use cosine law and sine law. Hope this will help you. Best of luck.